Hey guys, this is Davey. Now hold on, I know what you're thinking. Oh, this guy's got like 300 subscribers. How can he even think about telling me how to start a channel? Well, before you get your panties all up in a bunch, you should know that this is my third channel. So, on my main channel, I do have about 20,000, so I do know a little bit about how to help you out with the starting stuff. I'm not huge, but I can help with the little stuff, okay? So let's get started. You want to become a YouTuber, which is fantastic. Being a YouTuber is great, whether it's for a hobby or if you want to make a career out of it. It is super fun, it is a great time. But what are you going to need? Well, for starters, you need something to record with. Duh. Now, what I'm using right now is a very nice, expensive camera, but I've been doing this for a while. So, one thing you can try is something like this. It's a very simple little handy cam that I got at Walmart a couple years ago for like $300. Now that might be steep for you. You know, maybe you're a little bit younger, don't have a job yet, ask for Christmas, or there's always the safe go-to cell phone. We all have phones, or our parents have phones, or our friends have phones, and honestly, cameras on smartphones nowadays are good enough to record high quality videos. In fact, when I'm on the move, sometimes it's much easier for me to just record with my cell phone for like vlogging and stuff than to carry around this beast of a camera. So, if you have this, that's all you really need. Now currently I have a pretty nice setup. I've got lights here that are just out of the way. I've got a tripod, but you don't need these kinds of things to start your channel. If you're vlogging, great. All you have to do, hold the phone or the camera away from you and you're good. You don't really need much else. Just make sure there's lights on so people can see your face. If you want to do something like what I'm doing with a tripod, but you don't really have the money for a tripod, it's simple. Grab a lamp, or a stool or a bench, make something, and then, fun trick for if you're using a cell phone, if you have either a selfie stick or one of the window windshield things that you use to put on your car so you can clamp your phone in there, you can rig those up with tape or something onto anything, a broom or a chair, something to just hold your camera in place, and voila. It sounds crazy, I know. It sounds like super rigged up and not professional, and it's not, but you're starting out. That's how you have to start until you can make a little bit of money and afford to buy actual equipment. So now that we've discussed the equipment that you'll need, and like I said, bare minimum, you don't need anything fancy to start out. The next thing is actually making videos, and a lot of people don't think about this when they start a channel, but what do you want to make videos about? Hold on, I'll give you a second. You got it? So I've been doing YouTube for a long time, but only about a year ago did I actually stop and go, okay, what do I want to do on YouTube? And then things started to kick off for me. You really can't do this without a set idea of what you want to do. Now, if you don't know exactly what you want to do, consider the types of channels that you watch and then emulate them. Don't copy their ideas and stuff, but be like, how could I do this differently? For instance, I watch a lot of top 10 channels, and my main channel, Just a Boy, is a top 10 channel, but I do it a little bit differently than most other channels, and that sets me apart, even though I got the idea from someone else. Now, having this set idea is incredibly important for your channel because the next step is even more important, and that's consistency. You need to have some form of consistency in your videos, otherwise no one's gonna watch. An example would be this. Let's say you decide, oh, I wanna start doing a vlog channel. So you start vlogging, you do like 2 or 3 vlogs and you get bored with it, and a few months later you're like, oh man, I wanna do some Minecraft videos. So you do some Minecraft videos. Someone comes by your channel, they're like, oh, I like this Minecraft video. And then they look at your history and stuff, they're like, oh, they did a vlog and then stopped for 4 months and then did 2 Minecraft videos. Now they've been dormant for 3 weeks. People will see that and be like, I don't really want to watch this channel. So you need to be consistent. And consistency doesn't necessarily mean uploading every day or uploading the same day every week. It helps to do those things because as your fan base grows, they'll be like, Tuesday's here, Davey just uploaded a video, I'm gonna go check it out. But you don't have to do that, especially early on. You just need to keep doing the same type of thing. Nothing wrong with mixing it up, but if people are coming to your channel, they want to see what you do, not a jumble of random junk. This next part, I have to be brutally honest about, and most videos like this won't tell you this part, but it's really important for newcomers to really understand this point. You're not gonna make it big like that, okay? It's gonna take a long time. That's, unless you go insanely viral, which is super, super rare, it's gonna take a long time for you to start getting a fan base. Let me give you an example. I started just over a year ago on my main channel, Just a Boy, with 300 subscribers who had come from years of crap that I was talking about earlier, and none of them watched my channel because I wasn't uploading anything. And then I decided I wanted to start doing the top 10 list. So I started doing that. 6 months went by and I got up to 600 subscribers, which means that only about 300 of them were actual new subscribers. So it took 6 months to gain 300, and I was doing a weekly video every single week. All right, it's slow going. But back then, when I was just starting, 1 to 2 subscribers a day, I was like, hell yeah, that's awesome, people are liking my stuff. Plus, that means you have a very small, dedicated fan base that you can have conversation with. And that's really the most important part. You need to be consistent, you need to have your ideas set, but what you really, really need to do is interact with your fans, because you're gonna have 2 or 3 people who really like what you're making, even when it's junk. And let me tell you, the first few videos you make are gonna be junk. That's just, I won't even watch my original videos. They're awful to me, but to your fans, they're awesome. And those are the people that you want to communicate with in the comments or on Twitter or on Facebook, because those people will spread the word about how cool you are. And plus, there's nothing better than responding to a fan and then having them freak out because you're the first YouTuber to ever respond to them. You gotta understand, even when you're small, your fans, your dedicated, loyal fans, think of you as a celebrity. And that's important to them. On the internet, the most important thing is word of mouth. People who like you are going to share your videos, tell their friends about it, post it on Facebook, post it on Twitter. They're going to be talking about you. And then, sure, it might take you 6 months or a year to even hit a couple hundred subscribers. But once those couple hundred are like, this guy's awesome, it starts to grow exponentially. For instance, like I was saying before, it took me 6 months to gain 300 subscribers. And then another 3 months later, I was at 5,000. And then about a month and a half later, I was at 10,000. So it just grows. And it might take longer for you, it might be faster for you, depending on what you're doing, how well you do it. But you just gotta stick with it, be consistent, doesn't matter what your equipment is for starters, and just interact with your fans. That is key. And in closing, I just wanna say, remember guys, you may not be PewDiePie or Matthew Santoro yet, but those guys started out just where you are, making videos probably for the fun of it, and then they made it big. That's just how it works here on YouTube. And don't forget to stay beautiful. Fairy said, fix your hair. No, sir, you fix your hair. My hair is fabulous. You are just jealous. Actually, my hair is kind of crap. This is a horrible haircut. I really need it. Easily the